I think. A bit brave, but we're going to give it a go. So we're going to have that there, and then I'm going to go on to Mon Channel, get a link, and muck post it, which should be thoroughly enjoyable. Probably. Wrong one. That one. Streaming now with mate. That will draw people in. Right. Okay. So that's going to be there. I don't think I'll do a big announcement because people will be like, "Oh, which maths?" I mean, I usually avoid maths as much as I can, but it should be fun to see how bad I actually still am. So, right. I guess we wait until people either decide to appear or not. Oh, we got our first person. Hello, hello. So basically, mate, I don't know if you just like in a sort of random way want to like tell people what you've been doing with your day. You had a nice day so far?
It's been nice, mate, because I've not done anything.
That's great, mate. I've done very little, but in a sort of less relaxing way. What I'm envisaging you've been doing, mate, is sort of a bit like Break by Kero Benito.
What's that, mate?
I know it seems kinda tough, but really it's easy enough for us to slow down the pace so we can all go take a break. In fact, there's not much better than nothing at all, and that's especially true when there is something to do. And then there's a Japanese bit that, for obvious reasons, I can't really do, because I'm not full weeb yet. I will be soon.
You don't want to get a copyright strike, mate.
Well, no, exactly. My singing is that good. Good luck in your exams. Thank you, but this isn't for an exam. Couldn't you believe it? This is just for experimental. This is to see if I can still pass it. I passed it 2 years ago, so I'm basically working out if I still can. But thank you for your goodwill gesture of goodwill or whatever it is. Thank you. And I think now that we've got people here.
4 people.
Yeah, well, it says 5 for me, so that's a bit sad, really. That it's even lower for your streaming estimates. But
Yeah, it says 4 for me.
oh well, let's start giving this a go. So the questions are up on the screen, and I got them on paper. And for those who archive this and not the other one, I did the other one, which was accidentally a foundation paper. So we've totted up the marks of the foundation questions that are in this higher paper here. So I've got some marks, and now to do the rest of the paper. Right. Okay. Oh, I'm down to 4 as well now, mate. So,
I'm up to 6, mate.
oh, that's good. Have you got the stream up, then, mate?
Yeah, mate.
So you can see the questions. Okay, good. Shape T is reflected in the line x equals -1 to give shape R. Okay, so x equals -1. I will do a dotted line that goes down the y-axis at -1. Okay. Shape R. Okay, so give shape R. Shape R is reflected in the line y equals -2 to give shape S. Right, okay. Y equals -2. That's that one. Right. Okay. So, reflected like that. So it's 1, 2. 1, 2. And that will look like that. And then that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like triangle on the bottom. So I assume that this is going to be reflected in a line in the middle of those two. 1. Well, that's already an issue. 2, 3. Okay. So that's like a line that goes through both -3s. So that's like Uh, why? No. No, I don't know what I'd call that. I'm just gonna have to write the word reflected. Because to be honest, I'm trying to like work out what line this would be, mate, that it's reflected in. Because it's like, if I can describe it, the triangle that I'm referencing is at the very, almost very bottom left, save for a square. But I can't describe what the line is. It's one of those weirdos.
What if I told you, mate, it's not reflected?
Then I'd skip the question entirely.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's move on. Can't do shapes, so that's hardly surprising I couldn't do that. Right. The perimeter of a right-angled triangle is 72 centimetres. The lengths of its sides are in the ratio 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that means we know that 72 centimetres equals 3 plus 4 plus 5. That's the sum of the parts. And so that's 12. That is a nice multiplication table-y sort of one. 12 times 6. So 1 part equals 6 centimetres. Okay, so it's a right angled triangle, so I'm just going to like imagine that and draw it. So one side is 18, one side is 24, and what will be the hypotenuse, because I still remember that word, heck yeah, is 30. Okay, so as we know that the longest side has to be the hypotenuse, we ignore that because that's not useful for the area. So it's 24 times 9, essentially, because I'm going to have to half it anyway. 6, 3, 18, 19, 20, 21. What am I doing? Well, am I doing another layer? There isn't another layer. Okay, right, 216 centimetres squared. I make that. I'll have to see if that's right. Okay. Went a bit faster than I expected it would, actually. The next question. Oh, it's like, I can't even remember what these are called. Like to the indices stuff, I guess. Write down the value of 36 to the power of a half. Oh my god, I don't remember what you do here. I'm going to assume, mate, that you square root it. So I'm going to say 6. But obviously, if you tell me, I can't go back and do anything about it.
You're correct, mate.
Oh, shucks, that's great. See, these useful math skills remaining in my head. 23 to the power of 0, anything to the power of 0 is 1, I remember that. Work out the value of 27, oh dear, to the power of minus 2/3. Right, okay, so you start off with the cube root of 27, which is 3. And then square that, because there's a 2. 9, and it's a minus, so it's 1/9.
Well done, mate.
Is that right?
It is right, I think, mate.
Oh, shucks. I'm going to write down my working because it's a 2 marks. So,
Yeah.
27 cube root. I'm not sure how you write that, but... and then squared. And then 1 over. Right, excellent. Well, that went better than I expected. Oh my, no, not a box plot. Things were going so well, and now there's a box plot. Okay. Right. The table gives some information about the heights of 80 girls. You know, I don't see Miss Misato or Yuri in any of these, so I'm immediately not interested. Unfortunately, we're going to have to give it a go. Right, okay. Draw a box plot to represent this information. Okay, so I think at the very lowest there is a line. It goes up by 1, this scale, so 133 is like there. The greatest height is 170, so that's a line there. Alright, these are like perfectly reasonable. I'm going to extend these lines and do smaller lines in between. Lower quartile. Oh, I remember my interquartile ranges now. These classic memes. 145 is there. That's the lower quartile. Upper quartile. 150. 987. Like that. This is going to be hard to give marks for, really, isn't it? Median. 151. Like that. Okay. I guess that's like a box to the quartiles and then a line through that. I think. Yeah, it sort of looks like a crosshair, like an extended crosshair. I'm going to go with it. Work out an estimate for the number of these girls of height between 133 and 157. Crikey. Okay. Right. No, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to do that.
Really?
No, there's
Mate.
there's no numbers, mate, to be honest.
There are, mate. Look at the table. Think about what...
Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, mate. I'm going to have to change the mark to 1 because you're sort of helping me a bit. Okay, so the median suggests that below 151 centimetres, there will be 40 girls. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Which means that the lower quartile is at 20, usually, I think. And the upper quartile will be at 60. 157 is the 60th girl. 133 is the first. The first children. Anyway, oh, so like what, like 60?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Right. Oh, bloody flipping flop. It just gets worse. Feast your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, on this next one. It's a circle with lines drawn in it, which I think is a practice that should be banned. I think circles should just be left alone, but, you know, that's my personal view. A and B are points on a circle. Centre O. BC is a sod tangents. AOC is a straight line. Actually, it is. So congrats to you, maths. For once, it actually is a straight line. Angle ABO is X degrees. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Find the size of angle ACB, right, in terms of X. Crikey. So these are like expecting me to know certain rules of a circle.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't.
Okay. That's going to be a bit of a problem, mate.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Well, you know what? I'm going to have it down to 3 marks if you tell me what the circle rules are I need to use. Do you think that's fair?
Well, honestly, mate, even I'm struggling to think of what to do here.
Flipping flop, mate. You've done A-level maths and further maths.
I know, but fortunately, mate, well, A-level maths and further maths, we don't even need to know these circle things.
That sounds like a nice qualification then, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Because this was always my least favourite topic.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you, mate. Circles, I mean, what is the point of drawing lines through them? Absolutely pointless.
Ah. Do I see something? Let's have a look.
You can see your future.
See my future? Wow. Honestly, mate, I'm having a bit of a brain fart here. I
Well,
feel like I should be...
To be honest, mate, I should probably answer this genuinely, and if I was in the test, I would say something like, which I did think I did answer at least one question as this in my actual GCSE. Sorry, examiner, I have no idea. How is this useful in real life? I'm not going to bother writing it down, but that is the case. I have literally no idea what to do.
Mate, I'd love to be an examiner and see someone like that.
Oh, I know, hang on. I can write that ACB equals NX, right? That's true. And then N equals theta. Let's go for that. just like random values. Can that get me a mark? I don't know. Right, okay.
I don't think so, no.
Bringing out my Greek letters. It's all right. Okay. Crikey. This one will require N, I think. Prove that the square of an odd number is always one more than a multiple of 4. Right. Okay. Okay, so N equals odd number. N squared, I'm going to put a little 3 dots for therefore, N squared equals, I don't know how you'd like notate multiple of 4, but I'm going to put in brackets.
Then like 4a and then just say a is integer.
Oh, very good point, mate, yeah. I've already written multiple of 4 in a bracket though.
Oh, that's fine, obviously.
Plus 1. Okay. And then let's do what I'd probably do from there. E.g., therefore, N squared equals...
Oh, mate, I've just figured out how to do the question 11.
8 plus 1. N equals 3. And then we'll do it once more to hammer home the point. N squared equals 24 plus 1. N equals 5. And then I think you need 3 versions for it to be a trend. N squared equals...
Wait, well, no, mate, you're going about this the wrong way, I think, unless this is some silly GCSE math.
No, this isn't a method I've learnt, mate, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to do it more generally, mate.
Alright. N squared equals 40 plus 1. N doesn't equal. Okay, right, that's my proof. I might cross out the last one because I've like disproved my own theory, I think. Right, okay, good. That'll do. Because I don't know what else I'd do. Surds. There's a fun one. Right, okay. Root 5, root 8 plus root 18 can be written in the form a root 10, where a is an integer. Find the value of a. Crikey. Right, I don't know the rules for like multiplying like, things, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to expand that bracket if that's alright with you, mate.
Yeah.
So like root 40, I think, plus... Now, to be honest, I feel like all I can do is do 5 times 18, but I feel like that's wrong. Because there's something about, like, plussing... Oh, is that only if you're plussing surds together, though? It's just a bracket, isn't it, mate? So that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, you know what? I'm gonna say sod it. I'm gonna do it, because I wouldn't know what else I'd do. 4, 5, 90. Okay. Root 40 plus root 90. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually add them. But I think I'm going to have to. Because, sod it, I can't do anything else. Root 100...
Yeah, but there's a step before that.
Root 130. Okay. Which I know that's wrong. fair enough, but there's nothing else I can think to do.
Okay.
A root 10. Okay, so like,
What if I told you, mate?
so it's like 13 root 10.
That's actually hilarious, mate. You've actually got the. Wait, no, you haven't.
Oh.
No, you're completely wrong.
The reason I'm not even reading chat is because people are like giving the answer, which is not the point of this. This is no. Well, I was addressing someone who's saying I'm not reading the chat. Well, there is a reason for that, because this is about me seeing if I can do it. Yes, mate.
What if I told you, mate?
I would have to make it like worth 1 mark or no marks. Actually, you know what, mate? Tell me, but I'm not going to be able to go back to it.
Okay. So you know when you did 5 times 8, you did 5 times 18.
Yes.
What if I told you can do the reverse of that? So instead of having it as one thing, you can split it into 2 things.
I'm sorry, mate. I don't know what that means.
So basically what I'm saying, mate, is that root 4c is root 4 times root 10.
Oh, that's the thing you do, yeah. Yeah, no, sorry, mate. I still don't understand.
Oh.
No, I do. Because then that's root 9 times root 10 as well. So it is 13 root 10.
Root 4 plus root 9.
Yeah.
What's root 4, mate?
Oh, well, root 13 root 10. What? No, 8 is an integer. Roots don't give integers.
Well, they can. Such as these ones.
Oh, well, like root 9 is an integer.
Yeah.
You know what, mate? Thank you for trying to help me understand it, but I still have no idea what you're saying.
Well, root 4 is 2 and root 9 is 3.
Right. Sorry, mate, I don't know what that means.
Because 2 squared is 4.
Yeah, okay, got that.
So root 4 is 2.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Root 9 is 3.
Yeah.
2 root 10 plus 3 root 10.
No, I'm sorry, mate, you lost me.
Well, you go from root 4, so you've got root 4c plus root 9c.
Right.
Which is root 4 root 10 plus root 9 root 10.
That's too many roots, mate. To be honest, all I see now is like blonde hair with like black strands in it.
What?
Roots. Like physical roots. Don't matter. Anyway, right, you know what? We'll thank you for trying to explain it, mate. Let's move on. Question 14.
I'm very confused as to what's sad about this, mate.
Just like hair roots, mate. When someone changes the colour of their hair, that you'll see that they have like roots.
That wasn't the only thing I was confused about, mate.
Well, how I can like get it so wrong?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, mate. I am here to amaze you. Okay. Y is inversely proportional to d squared when d equals 10, y equals 4. D is directly proportional to x squared when x equals 2, d equals 24. Find a formula for y in terms of x. My God. Feel like I know that I once learnt how to answer these kinds of questions. But as it's ever useful GCSE Maths, I haven't ever had any cause to remember this method. Bit physicsy as well, actually, isn't it? Which, in my book, makes it even worse. Right. Okay. So. Oh. No. No. Okay. You know, to be honest, mate, I don't know how to answer it.
Okay. Shall we get the clue?
What number of marks should we reduce it to?
Probably 0, I assume, mate.
Yeah. Okay. It is a 5-mark question, though, mate.
I mean, you don't seem to have any clue.
No, I don't. That's true. You know what? I'm just gonna try my best to get some form of answer to it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, what I'd do if I was actually given this test, I don't know why. We don't trust that you passed GCSE Maths once. Do this. We don't need to shout and be boastful, especially when using emojis. Let's time you out. And I'm doing that. Oh no, the chat hasn't broken. Well, that's good. Okay. Right. Okay, so is y inversely proportional to d squared? Is that like y over d squared or something?
Y equals
1
something.
over d squared.
Not necessarily 1, mate.
Not necessarily 1.
No, mate, it's proportional. It's not the same.
No, that's true. I'm used to like there being like graphs. You know what I mean?
You can think of a graph if you want, mate. You've got like a curvy thing where you've got the asymptote.
No, sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, I just said that strange word to confuse you.
Like, I mean, no, I mean, okay, so
Do the directly proportional one first, mate, rather than the inverse.
right, okay, okay, so what I would do if I was attempting to answer this question, which is a mistake probably within itself, is that 4, I'm going to put equals. I know it's not equals, but just for simplicity, 24. So let's say that means it's times by 6. So like 9 equals like 36. And then let's do one more. 16 equals, crikey, that's like big numbers. 16 times 6, 6, 3, 6, 96. Okay, right. So
You only need to use the one example I give you. So
just to check, mate, it's not like a simultaneous equation, is it?
no, definitely not. Well, I mean, you could say that it is.
No.
No, you don't need to do any sort of simultaneous equation.
Because I'm alright with simultaneous equations, unless they're the really difficult ones. No, to be honest, mate, right. Well, I'm going to have to go with what I would have done. So I'd then say that's something like the ratio 1 to 4, because I mean that's technically true. And then for the inversely proportional one, that is a ratio, so that's like 100 equals 4, which is interesting maths, but we'll put that to the side. Okay, so like 4 into 100 is like 2 and 2 is 25. Oh, I really should have remembered that. That's really obvious. Okay. So that's 25 to 1 for the inverse. Okay, so y is the 1 and x is also 1. So y equals 1, x equals 1. So y equals x. Okay. That's honestly what I do. So I'm going to have to leave it there. Right. I think I've just revolutionised maths. Y always equals x. Right, okay, so, factorisation. This should be better. A squared minus b squared. Okay, so that's like, what do they call that, mate? That's like a perfect square, is that right?
No, difference of 2 squares.
Difference of 2 squares, that was it. Okay. What's a perfect square? Have I made that up?
I'm not sure if that's a thing.
Might have made that up. Right, okay. Difference of 2 squares then. Okay.
Mate, someone says you should try A-level mechanics.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've looked at the tweets for it.
Mate, you know, Mr. Greater than 100% friction wrote that paper, I think.
What, wrote an A-level maths paper?
Yeah, mate, he does the A-level mechanics ones, yeah.
So you know a celebrity?
Sure.
Crikey. Right, so I've got to anti-factorise. Okay. Oh, hang on, mate. Is it A plus B, A minus B?
Yes, well done, mate.
Oh! I just wrote that down on the page and it was right. And it's a 1 mark, so it doesn't matter. I got it. Excellent. Hence, or otherwise, simplify fully. X squared plus 4 squared. Oh, it's like quadruple factorisation. Okay. X squared plus 4. X squared plus 4. So let's just work that out. Equals x to the 4 plus 4x squared plus 4x squared plus 16 equals x to the 4 plus 8x squared plus 16. And then x squared minus 2, x squared minus 2. I'm glad it says or otherwise, because I don't see how on earth I'm supposed to work that out from that. Equals x.
Probably by subbing in values, mate.
Oh, not subbing in values. I don't agree with that either, to be honest, mate.
Mate, that's some of the easiest parts of that.
Well, I don't agree with maths, mate.
Fair enough.
Okay. Minus 2x squared minus 2x squared, so that's minus 4x squared. It's minus times a minus, so plus 4. So is that minus that. So then x to the 4 doesn't exist anymore. Minus a minus is 12x squared. 16 minus 4 is 12. So that is 12x squared plus 12, I think. Right. Okay. That could easily be really wrong, but we're going to go for it. Righto. Oh, probability. I mean, you see counters, you know what the question's about, and you have to use the word. So, there are red counters. Let me know what this question is about. 1 mark. That would actually that'd be quite good. There are only red counters, blue counters, and purple counters in a bag. The ratio of the number of red counters to the number of blue counters is 3 to 17. I'm just going to put in brackets 20 parts. Sam takes at random a counter from the bag. The probability that the counter is purple is 0.2. It's actually quite a big probability because absolute certainty is 1, isn't it, mate?
Yes, mate.
Phil says, how much marks are you on right now? Regit says, how many marks are you on right now? I can't do maths, but I can correct your grammar, Phil. I had a resolution to like not correct the grammar of someone who's like had to learn English to talk to us. But I know that Phil, from his many talks, lives in Brexit land, as he calls it. So we're going to correct Phil. Well, work out the probability that Sam. I was going to say that Sam like takes part in Brexit or something. Work out the probability that Sam takes a red counter. Crikey. Okay. So there are red, blue, and purple in a bag. Okay, I've got it. So 20 parts, therefore equals 1 minus 0.2 equals 0.8 probability. Okay? So, that means, divided by 2, 0.4. So that means that 1 part equals 0.04 probability, or 4%. So Sam takes a red counter. So that means that it is 0.12, because it's 0.04 times 3. 0.12 probability that he takes a red counter, I think. How did you put a stream of yours in my recommended? Well, I mean, I certainly don't have the power to do that. That's just what YouTube has randomly decided to happen. But you've been graced with me, like, seeing if I've still got it maths-wise. Apparently I've got that right, so that's quite good. Okay. Oh no. Next we got simplifying fraction algebra. I say to most things, but probability was actually alright, so let's not rubbish probability. Let's instead...
Wait, you know the person I watched do this paper, they actually really struggled with that probability question.
Did they? Well, like the opposite way around to me. They're like, shapes, easy. And I'm like, let's just ignore the shapes. Right, well, I'm glad I got the probability one. So you reckon I'm right as well, do you, mate?
To be honest, mate, I wasn't paying much attention.
Fair enough, mate. Are you, like, playing Overwatch or something?
No, mate, I'm playing Minecraft Bed Wars.
To be honest, mate, I salute you.
Thanks, mate.
Simplify fully. Crikey, okay. Right, so, first of all, like, none of this can be simplified down as it is, because they're all, like, what us philosophers would call substance categories. So, that being that some are x squared, some are x, and some are just numbers. Which are like A, B, and C in, like, some bit of algebra or something. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I think I know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do?
What, mate?
I'm going to times the top by 2 and times the bottom... No, it has to be the same, doesn't it? No, yes. No, it does. Right, well, that won't work then. I suspect maybe I have to, like, factorise it, which I don't want to do. Because I can't remember how to factorise.
Can you not, mate?
No, I don't remember. Is that what I'd have to do, though, mate? Would I have to factorise it?
Let's have a look at the question. Oh gosh. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it is, mate.
Can I have a mark for that?
Potentially, mate. Yeah, you might get a mark for attempting to factorise, I might say that. Yeah.
Okay, right.
I don't know, we'll see.
3x squared minus 8x minus 3. Oh, mate, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me.
Okay, that's good, mate.
So there's a plus and a times, and it needs to work, right? So there's that. So there are two things that... Oh no, it's different because there's an ax squared, they call it, which is like... That's what it is, ax squared plus bx plus c. That's the a, b and c. My god, I hate it when there's like actual things in front of the x squared because that literally ruins everything. Okay, let's factorise the other thing because I can get rid of the 2. X squared minus 3x. Let's do that one. Okay, so times to make minus 3. So that's like...
Oh.
So that's like 3 and... No. 1. No. 2. What? No. 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 No, I mean... No, I'm sorry, but... I've tried to factorise it, though. I'll write factorise, and then maybe I can get a mark from it. Thank goodness for working marks. You know, people who are really good at maths are like, oh, do I have to write my work in? I'm like, give me free marks. Anyway, right, let's move on to a much more palatable, clearly, sine graph. Are we allowed to look at the working out paper? I don't really have any mechanism for showing it to you, Phil, but I do my best to try and describe what I'm writing. Here is a graph of y equals sine x degrees for 180 to 180. On the grid, whatever, minus 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just do it 2 below. Now, I don't know if that will work. And this isn't going to be fully accurate because I can't be bothered to get a ruler out. But roughly...
Oh my god, I'm an actual Minecraft legend.
So it now looks like a sort of racetrack or a road. Right, we'll have to see if that's right. Okay. Good. Probably not, but good. Right. Okay. The point P has coordinates 3, 4. The point Q has coordinates AB. A line perpendicular to PQ is given by the equation 3x plus 2y equals 7. Find an expression for B in terms of A. Great. As if that means literally anything to me. Crikey. So there's a point. Let's put it in space. 3, 4. Let's call it P. And then Q is somewhere else. A, B.
Oh. Just shot someone off the edge of the map.
That's brilliant, mate. So there's like a line between those two, and then there's a thing perpendicular to it. Okay? And that is the line of 3x plus 2y equals 7. I feel like I probably need to create an entire graph. That's what I'm thinking. Luckily, I have a ruler and a pencil, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So this should be fun. Why are you doing this? I am doing this because I passed GCSE Maths roughly 2 years ago, and I fancied doing one paper, not all of them, but one paper again, to see if I can still pass it after not having to care about any of the random techniques to learn for being able to do questions. You won't think I'm a 5-head when I get my marks, I'll tell you that. Right, okay. Let's create a graph, ladies and gentlemen. It's graph time. So, let's start it here, because why not? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Make your gigabrain.
A gigabrain?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because you're not like a 5-head like us.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to say something like, you know, you've actually started doing the right thing, but obviously not. Okay. Right. So, there's like the graph, and here it is. So that's like 0 now. Okay. So, like 3x plus 2y. Let's create a table. Okay. So x equals 1 here. So that would be 3 plus 2y equals 7. So y equals 2. For 2, y equals 0.5. For 3, y equals minus 1. Oh, this is actually better than I thought it would be. For 4, 12, y equals minus 2.5. And for 5, y equals 15 minus 8 minus 4. Good. I'm surprised that actually worked. So let's start plotting the heck out of this boy. I'm just going to write numbers on my graph. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, everything is fine when you actually create your graph. So when x equals 1, y equals 2. When x equals 2, y equals 0.5. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. When x equals 3, y equals minus 1. It's looking a pretty straight line, so that's good. 4 minus 2.5. And 5 minus 4. And I've drawn the graph to exactly where I need it. Excellent. Okay, so if I join up those lines, which is a roughly straight line, so that's good. I'll go whee, splat. I've got a lovely straight line. Okay. So then the point P has the coordinates 3, 4. So that's P there. Q has AB. And that line is perpendicular. Okay, so Q therefore... here we go, here we go. I think I've worked it out. Okay, so P, that line must look like that. And Q is somewhere along that line. I guess it doesn't really matter. It might, but whatever. So, now... I'm just going to label my line. 3x plus 2y equals 7. Find an expression for B in terms of A. Oh! Okay, so A is the x-axis and b is the y-axis through like general like maths rules. So b in terms of a. So when, according to this line here, when b is 1, a is minus 1. When b is 2, a is 1. And when b is 0, a is minus 1. When b is minus 1, a is minus 2. So b, yeah, okay, b equals a plus 1. I would love to have got that right. I never thought I'd arrive at an answer, but that's what happens when you create a graph. Right, okay. If only you could see my graph, ladies and gents. It is beautiful. Right, okay. That was actually the second last question. Wow. Okay, good. Right. Just want to check I got it absolutely right.
Oh.
B.
Wow. I got bamboozled, mate.
Oh, that's sad, mate.
Someone snuck up behind me.
Oh.
I had loads of gear as well. Oh, that's so bad.
N is an integer such that 3n plus 2, which is less than or equal to 14, and 6n over n squared plus 5 is greater than 1. Find all the possible values of n. Like, no. Okay, well let's do the first one because that hasn't got fractions, which makes it immediately better. So you treat the inequality like an equals as far as we're concerned. Yeah, that is the end of it, okay. Right. So we can minus 2, so then 3n is smaller than or equal to 16. Shame it doesn't add up to something nice, really. 3 into 16, so that's 5, 1, 3, 5.3 recurring. So, I don't know how to notate it. But n... Oh no, I do remember how to notate it actually. N is greater than or equal to 6, so we know that. But now for the other one, sod that for a laugh. Why are there even fractions? Why do they exist? 6n n squared plus 5 is greater than 1. Oh, what if we factorised it? 6n over n plus 5, n minus 5, right? And then we can divide by n. Oh, hang on. And then that's 6 over 5 minus 5, which is 6 over, like, sod all. 6 over nothing is like probably non-existent number. So therefore, n is
Oh, mate, I just lost the
not going to do the other part of that. But I think we got the first bit. So there we go. Okay, right, well, n is greater than or equal to 6. I think the other bit, sod that, it's fractions. So, mate, I have now, according to this, completed the question paper. Which is exciting. Will you soon be in a position to look at the answers?
I think I am now, mate. Yeah, since my Federal's game just finished.
Lovely timing, mate. Right, scroll up to the question we started at, because the rest of the questions we've done earlier today. Okay. Whenever you're ready, mate, we'd like answers starting at question 7.
Question 7, okay. Okay. Rotation at 180 degrees, about -1, -2.
I put the word reflected, so I think that's fairly solidly wrong.
Yes, I would agree with you.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Oh, did you have a correct diagram, mate?
Right, so my triangle in the correct place has points at -5, -5, -3, -5, and -4, -7.
Good. Do you also have a triangle at -3, 1,
-5, 1, and -4, 3?
Good, mate. You get 1 mark then.
Way! 1 mark! Eat that, suckers. Right, okay, excellent. Glad for that. Oh!
Question 8, 216.
Yes!
Nice.
Whoa! That's 4 marks as well. On a
Nice.
roll, ladies and gentlemen. Phil says, you up for a little bet to do how many marks you get on this? Not money, because I'm tight and obviously don't know your bank details, but I reckon I will pass, but not very well.
Okay.
I think.
9A is
Right.
6.
Is 6, mate? Did you say?
Yeah.
Excellent.
B is 1.
Excellent.
C is a 9.
I cannot believe I managed to get all of those. That is some pre-knowledge coming back there.
Question A, it just says box plot drawn.
Right.
Tell me where you've got. So do you have, mate?
Yeah.
You've got a line at each of the values in the table.
So my edge lines are at 133 and 170.
Probably. It doesn't say the numbers in
All right.
the actual mark scheme.
And then my box starts further in at 145, ending at 157. And then I have
Right, mate.
then I have a line in the middle at 151.
Yeah, sounds about right, mate.
Sounds about right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Right.
Part B is 60.
Whoa! I mean, you did tell me a bit with that one, so we agreed 1 mark for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Wait, what does CAO mean, mate?
Crikey.
correct answer only. So what does that mean? I guess you're only allowed to put the correct answer.
I think, mate, it means there's no marks for working.
Well, there is 1 mark per working, mate.
Oh, well, in which case I got no idea. Should we move on?
Okay. Sure. Question 11. Oh, this one, yeah.
Oh, right.
90 minus 2x.
Oh, no, that is question 11. Right, where am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I describe to you how to do it, mate?
You know what, mate? Go on.
Okay, mate. So, the first... Let's see. Okay. So, you know that ABO is x. Now, the first thing to realise, which was something that took me a while to realise,
Yeah.
was that the triangle ABO is isosceles.
Is it?
Yes, mate, because you've got, you know, O is the centre.
Oh, it's not quite right angle, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But I mean, still, mate, that means absolutely nothing to me.
Well, if it's isosceles, then...
Oh, 2 sides are equal.
Yeah, and also, mate, more importantly, 2 angles are equal.
Very good, mate, yeah.
So, now, tell me, mate, what is BAO?
Type of snake.
Okay.
Boa constrictor.
Oh, well, that's BOA, mate. I'm asking for BAO.
British Airways offline.
Is that a thing?
Well, it is if British Airways is offline.
Okay. Fair enough, mate. Well, it's X, mate.
Oh, because of the 2 angles being the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So now you know BAO.
Well, you do. I don't.
Well, I just told you, mate, it's X.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know any of this stuff, mate, but carry on.
Really? Okay. And then... Oh, yeah, and then you need to find the angle ABC. So...
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Sorry. The important circle thing you need to know, mate,
Yeah.
is that the tangent is perpendicular to the radius.
I'm sorry, mate, but I disagree with tangents. Unless they're in trigonometry, they're alright.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
So that means that the angle CBO is 90 degrees.
Carcass body odour.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah.
And you know ABO, so that means ABC.
Wait, do I know ABO? Why do I know that? Oh, because I know the other 2.
Because it's given to you in the question.
Alright. Oh!
So what's ABC?
Oh, I see! I'd even put X degrees on the wrong angle.
Oh, well done.
That's quite an achievement.
So you know what ABC is?
An angle, I should think.
What is it in terms of X, mate?
Theta is
Where theta
is the best I can offer, I'm afraid.
Really? It's 90 plus X, mate.
Alright. Okay.
Because CBO is 90.
I'm sorry, mate, but I don't have a clue.
You've got tangent perpendicular to radius.
I'm sorry, mate, I just don't agree with tangents.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you that CBO is 90. So it's 90 plus X.
That's
now, mate,
that's
you
90 degrees.
CBO is. So
Oh,
ABC,
right, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know ABC. What's BAC or BAO, mate? I'm testing your memory, mate.
Yeah, I know. Like X?
Nice, mate.
All right.
What's ACB?
Oh, right, hang on. Oh, right, yeah, like... Oh, hang on, like... 90 minus 2x?
Correct, mate. Nice.
Is that right?
That is right, mate. Yeah.
Wow. Wonders never cease. I still have no idea what that means, though, but yeah, okay.
Wonders never cease.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. So for question 12, mate, it says, statement supported by algebra.
Well, I did sort of do that, mate. I did n and n squared and all that.
That's good, mate. So, did you write down a German expression for an odd number? 2n plus 1.
Oh, no, I didn't. I put n equals and literally the words odd and number.
N equals odd number. That's fine. Wait, what's this? Oh, wow, mate.
Yeah.
You know that method I said that was silly?
Yeah.
And you were like, well, I'm not doing any specific method.
Yeah.
Turns out that's actually in the mark scheme, I think.
Cracking.
So did you squared? Did you find the square of 3 odd numbers, mate?
I certainly tried to.
Okay.
I recognised I needed 3.
Nice.
I successfully got 2, and then the third one evaded me.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you don't get a mark there.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you got any marks, mate.
Are you sure?
I think so, mate. It says you need to expand odd numbers squared with at least 3 out of 4 correct. Oh, I was misunderstanding it, mate.
Alright.
No, actually, your method was wrong and not what it says in the mark scheme. So no, you got no marks, mate, I'm afraid.
Okay. I think that's better than having been really close to getting marks.
Yeah.
Right, what about the surds then, mate?
To expand 2n plus 1 all squared.
No.
Anyway. Question 13.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this? Oh, right. Oh, I see, the answer is 5.
Well, I got 13 root 10, mate. I don't know about you.
No, mate.
Okay.
So did you, does it say root 40 or root 90 anyway?
It says both of those, mate.
Nice, mate, so you get a mark there.
Oh, yes! Lovely.
Does it say something like root 4 times root 10 or root 4 times 10? Or...
No.
No, okay, so you only get 1 mark then.
Well, that's cracking, mate. For a question I got catastrophically wrong, that was really quite good.
Question 14.
Yeah.
Y equals 100 over 9x to the 4.
Well, I got y equals x, so not quite.
No, yeah, not quite.
What about marks for working, mate? Actually, no, let's give up with that.
Okay, good idea.
What a dreadful question. Right, okay.
Oh, 15a.
Yeah.
A minus b, a plus b.
Lovely. Cracking.
15b, 12, and then in brackets, x squared plus 1.
To be honest, mate, I'll simplify fully. I got the right answer, but I forgot to simplify it.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, you're allowed that, mate, actually. It says you're also allowed the 12x squared plus 12.
Oh, what? Like fully?
Yeah, that gets you.
Oh! Yes! Beautiful. Okay, good.
It is good.
Right, counters. My favourite question out of those, actually.
Oh, question 16, mate.
Yeah, not...
0.12.
Absolutely bellissimo.
Mm-hmm.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo. Right, okay.
17.
I got that you had to factorise, mate, but that's about it.
No, unfortunately, mate. It says you need to set. Do you have somewhere 2x, x minus 3?
No.
What about 3x plus 1x minus 3?
No, I didn't manage to complete any factorisation.
Fair enough, mate.
Is that no marks then?
That's no marks then, I'm afraid.
Okay, mate.
Question 18, it just says graph drawn.
Is that literally it?
Well then, there's seems to be 2 marks. Graph translated by -2 in the y direction.
Oh my goodness! I think I got that right, mate.
Nice.
I think I got... Because mine starts and follows the same shape, but
Yeah, that's
with the middle point hitting -2 instead of 0.
nice.
Is that right?
I think so, mate.
Oh, look at me. Sign master. That's what they call
Sign
me.
master, yeah.
Sign master.
Question 19.
Yes. Oh, right. I really hope I got this one right because I drew an entire graph.
Okay. B equals 2/3 A plus 2.
Not quite.
Okay.
But I did draw an entire graph, mate, and honestly, if only you could see it, it's beautiful.
That's nice.
And I worked out y values relative to x values for that line.
So did you get an equation with y in terms of x?
I didn't do it like that, mate. I planned out a graph, so I worked out when x equals 1, y equals 2, x equals 5, y equals -4.
Right. So did you just use your graph to answer it?
Yes, mate, I did. I drew it out properly with a ruler.
Okay. I'm sure Dr. Matthews will be proud.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, I just... anyway. Well, I'm not sure if you can get any... Did you find some kind of a gradient, mate?
What does that mean?
I mean, the slope of the line.
Yeah, I got both lines and, you know, found an intersection point. You know what?
Your lines, mate.
Mate, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture of my answer and send it to you.
Okay, let's have a look at that.
Because genuinely, I'm really happy with my working out, even if it's wrong.
Okay, cool.
Because honestly, I feel like I should just get it right anyway. Like, I put that much effort into the working. Right, okay. Discord. Now, please don't switch over the call phone. Okay, like that should have sent to you.
Oh, I see. Honestly, mate, yeah, I think what you've done is actually fine. You don't need to necessarily get it in terms of y. Well, maybe you do, actually.
Do you see my beautiful graph?
Yeah, I'm just going to check what the question is.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Question 19. Okay. Right. Getting them both on the same screen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care about the graph, mate.
That's beautiful graph. It's
looking at those equations you pressed.
Genuinely to scale, mate.
Nice. So you got... Oh, I see. So you got P there, and then the line perpendicular to PQ. Oh, it's given by the... Ah, okay.
Yeah. Because that's perpendicular, isn't it, mate?
Sure.
Actually, it might not be.
That's fine. Find an expression for B in terms of... Oh god, this is a tricky question, to be honest, mate. But anyway, honestly, mate, I will give you... Yeah, I will give you 1 mark, mate.
Oof. Right, well, I guess that's better than no marks. I thought you were going to say 2 or 3, but 1, okay.
No, just for writing those equations out.
Right, well, at least you're sort of following the rules. Okay, right, final question then.
Oh, scary. Okay. So, wait, what was it? Oh, 20. 2, 3, 4. Whatever the question was.
That's the answer.
Yeah, it says find all the possible values of n. 2, 3, and 4 are the possible values of n.
Oh, well, no, I thought I got half of it right, but no, I got it entirely wrong.
I mean, there's 5 marks, Justin only got 1 of them, right?
So I worked out by doing 3n plus 2 is smaller than or equal to 14, which is the first bit of it.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's 1 mark there.
I worked it out as... Actually, no, I won't say I worked it out as in case I lose that mark. Right, okay, so that's 1 mark. And I couldn't do the other bit because I tried to factorise the denominator, but I got 6 over... Got 6 over 0.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you're supposed to do there, mate. I think you're supposed to multiply both sides of the inequality by n squared plus 5, and then rearrange it to get a quadratic.
Oh, because it's actually sides of a thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, let's see. I think you only get 1 mark, mate.
Well, that's fine by me. I'm glad I got a mark for what I did. Right.
Oh, mate, you know what you could have done?
What could I have done?
As an alternative method here, you could try the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the quadratic inequality and see which ones work.
No, to be honest, that sounds a bit complicated to me. Right.
No, that's the dumb people method, mate. Which is why I'm recommending it to you.
Okay, right. I'm gonna do some. Yeah, no, I know. I saw you. Can't see you, but I sort of like sensed you planning that. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna tot these up using a tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're all good.
I'll find the grade boundaries again, mate.
Thanks, mate. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. 13. Uh, 40. 15. 18. 19, 20, 21. 22, 23. 24. 25. Excellent. Right. So that is 16 plus 25. 16 from the previous stuff, the foundation bit of it, in case anyone was wondering. So that is 40. Okay. Right, just over half marks then, mate. 41 out of 80 I got.
Mate,
I've had worse practice tests. Yeah.
41 out of 80. You got 6.
Oh, that is a B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And there you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the answer to the question. I can still pass GCSE Maths.
There you go.
So what were the rest of the grade boundaries then, mate?
So, mark for... So that's... if I just divide them all by 3...
Yeah, to be for one test.
You needed like 37 for 6.
Alright.
For 7 was 47.
Alright. It's bang in the middle of B, really. Yeah. What about just about passing then, mate? 4 and 5.
4 would have been 14.
Oh wow, yeah. That I mean, that was very much like our year as well. It just goes to show, doesn't it, how stupid maths is these days. It was in the difficulty I give you.
Where did I get that from? No, hang on a second. No, sorry, 17, mate.
Oh, well, that makes all the difference, mate.
And then 27 for a 5.
Okay, so I got a fairly respectable middling B.
Yeah.
Which actually is alright after having not kind of, for obvious reasons, not taken any interest in mathematical techniques. I am happy with that. So, I'll remember 41 if you accept the bet. If not, I'll remember it for a later flex potential. Okay, I accept your bet then, Phil, but no actual money will be involved. I can tell you that now.
Wait, what was the bet, mate?
I don't know. I think Phil's going to do the same, which, you know, begs the question while he's been listening to the answers if that will be particularly fair.
Yeah.
And I don't know, flex when he does better.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I mean that is the question answered then, mate. I can still pass GCSE Maths. And actually, I do better in higher than I do in foundation.
Yeah. I don't think they want to be rewarding people for choosing the easier course.
I guess that's true, mate, yeah. Still, there's some questions I couldn't do in the foundation too, so...
Yeah.
Tell you what, thank you very much, mate, for being a helping hand and an answering hand.
You're welcome, mate.
And today has answered that question. There are plenty of people who are like, why are you streaming this? But I thought it was actually quite an important and interesting study to work out whether I'm able to still pass in, admittedly, a third of a GCSE, but adjusted for that. Still pass GCSE Maths. And I can. So that is really rather good. I mean, I think it says it all that half marks is a solid B, but that's what happened when they made an already, you know, not particularly high-scoring maths qualification far more difficult. Thank you, Mr. Gove. Glad he shall not be our Prime Minister, but there we go. To make a political comment, the current prospect might be nearly as scary anyway, but we'll have to see. Let's not prejudge. So... do biology next. I'm not going near biology with respect. Biology mark schemes are disgusting. Do you remember them, mate?
Oh, no, mate.
Where you could get a question absolutely scientifically right, but get no marks for it at all. Yeah, no, we don't like biology mark schemes. I might do a thing where I like try like, can I pass 9-1 chemistry maybe? Especially as mate has done A-level chemistry, so we'll be able to help. So yeah. Well, there you go. Okay, I got a 6. So there we go. All right then. Well, thank you, mate, and thank you for those who tagged along. I thought it was quite enjoyable, and mate certainly provided some knowledge that I certainly lacked. So thanks for that, mate. Thanks for trying your best to explain things to me. Probably in vain, but you know, I appreciated it. So yeah, thank you all for popping along, and ta-ra.